In the quiet town of Windermere, surrounded by endless golden fields, stood Bellamy Manor, a grand estate now lost to time. The townsfolk whispered tales of the manor's most peculiar relic, a violin said to play only for those who truly listened. Emma, a wandering musician, arrived in Windermere searching for inspiration. Her music had grown stale, and she longed for something extraordinary to rekindle her passion. At the village inn, she heard of the silent violin and was instantly intrigued. Only the worthy hear its melody, the innkeeper said, his voice low. Many have tried, but none succeeded, The challenge ignited Emma's curiosity. The next morning, with her violin case slung over her shoulder, she ventured to Bellamy Manor. The house loomed on the horizon, wrapped in ivy and shadowed by the encroaching forest. Its windows, clouded with dust, reflected the grey sky. Pushing open the heavy wooden door, Emma entered a world frozen in decay. Cobwebs hung like curtains, and the scent of time and neglect filled the air. She found the violin in the grand parlor, resting atop an ornate piano. The instrument was exquisite, its surface carved with delicate vines and flowers. As Emma picked it up, a chill ran through her. The strings shimmered faintly, as if alive. Closing her eyes, she drew the bow across the strings. Silence. Not a single note. Frustrated, she tried again. But the violin refused to sing. "Why won't you play?" she murmured, her voice echoing in the empty room. A whisper answered her, soft as a breeze, "Listen." Emma froze. The whisper seemed to come from within her. She set the bow down and closed her eyes, letting the silence envelop her. Slowly, she began to hear it. A faint melody, delicate and haunting, as if the violin were speaking directly to her soul. She picked up her own violin and began to play along, matching the unseen tune. The room filled with music, weaving together her notes and the ghostly melody. The air seemed to shimmer, and for a moment, the manor came alive. The faded wallpaper brightened, the cobwebs dissolved, and the once dusty piano gleamed. When the final note faded, the house returned to its desolate state. The silent violin now rested in her hands, warm and alive. Emma left Bellamy Manor that day, her heart brimming with inspiration. She never spoke of what she had experienced, but her music changed forever. Those who heard her play swore they could hear a second violin, soft and ethereal, as if the silent violin itself had found its voice again. And so, the legend of the silent violin lived on, carried in the haunting melodies of a wandering musician.